So first off, let's jump into it, and let's start off with some video games. So a really weird kind of announcement that's kind of came out of nowhere. So
Mhm.
coming in was Ice Age Scrat's Nutty Adventure, which is going to be coming out on the PlayStation 4, the Xbox One, the Nintendo Switch, and the PC in the autumn of 2019. So later this year. It's being created by Outright Games, and it's also by Bandai Namco. This one, very little is really known. There was a few images shown off. They were very much like backgrounds. There wasn't really any characters. It looks like it's
Yeah,
going to be
it
like a
was just it was just basically environment. One of them had like a statue of Scrat,
yeah.
from what I could see.
I can't quite work out if this is going to be a 3D platformer or a 2D platformer or
I think it's
something.
gonna be 3D
Yeah.
because some of her past games, such as the Hotel Transylvania game,
Mm.
was mainly a Pikmin ripoff. But this studio mostly does movie license games. Like they're also doing Jumanji. They did the How to Train Your Dragon game last year, earlier this year. These guys are pretty busy.
Yeah, so I'm just going to read the official description. So, Scrat, the saber-toothed squirrel, will embark on an epic quest through classic Ice Age locations to recover his cherished acorn from the special temple. Only the legendary crystal nuts can unlock his prized possession, which Scratch must attempt to collect as he faces prehistoric creatures to return the missing relics to their rightful homes. Players will guide Scrat through a journey through ice terrains, raging geysers, burning lava, explore action-packed locations to discover treasures that lack special powers, and help Scrap to jump higher, grab heavy objects, and find every last treasure in their all-new and nutty adventure. Now, this one really kind of was like, okay, this is cool.
Yeah.
It was weird the fact that there was like no mention of Fox Next or anything like that. That kind of all that
No,
all seems to.
there's no mention of Fox at all. It's just Ice Age. There's no Blue Sky. There's nothing mentioned, which is really odd.
Yeah, I am wondering what's going on. They maybe have like reshuffled around some of the logos and stuff. We don't know what's going on backstage at Disney. The fact that this is a Disney franchise, we've got a Disney game coming out. I'm going
Yeah,
to
we
class
have
this one.
no idea if this got approved pre-buyout or after buyout. We have
Oh,
no idea.
this had to have been done beforehand because
No,
we're
no
only we're,
doubt, because we have Predator too.
yeah, we got Predator, we got a few other ones. I'm really excited about seeing what they do with this, and it might help. I'm hoping that if these are successful, it might give Disney a bit of, oh, it's worth trying. You know, they've obviously outsourced it to other companies. They seem to have been doing that with a lot more of their games again, which is
Mhm.
what Disney do generally. Is rather than
Yeah,
Fox was kind of bringing everything internally, now they're getting everything externally. I think this is good. I mean, I think it's definitely due for us to start seeing some. I don't necessarily even view it as a movie tie-in, but just
I
using a
doubt it
kid's.
because there has been nothing about an Ice Age movie since was it the fifth one bombed at the box office? Even overseas, it didn't do any
Yeah.
good. So it's like the question is why? There's
Mm.
no demand for anything Ice Age anymore.
It depends if they're going to be like rebooting. If maybe they feel like there's going to be a surge in it, maybe they're going to reissue it. Maybe if they're on Disney Plus, maybe they're just viewing that. You know, there's a gap in the market because there's just no kids games. You know, we've got Nintendo kind of holding their fort for what they're doing, but there's nothing really to
Yeah,
grab their
there's
attention.
only the movie tie-in games from this company. That's it.
Yeah, and we don't see that many. That's because generally they've all been pretty bad. They've all not done very
That
well.
or they all switch to just mobile games that go extinct in 2 years.
I am wondering whether or not we are seeing the pullback from the fact that the mobile games, it wasn't the golden goose. It wasn't working all the time.
Mhm.
They weren't bringing in the money that they were expecting, and maybe they go, well, actually, no. These double A games can be profitable. There's a lot of
Yeah,
money in it, and I'm also wondering of like going forward of things like with. I mean, there's no mention here of like Stadia, but you know, the idea that these become available on streaming platforms in the future, therefore that allows kids to play in them, because I think in about 5 to 10 years kids aren't going to want to be playing match-free games because they can stream Xbox and PlayStation quality
yeah.
games through their devices without the need of a match-free to win.
It does remind me of that Hotel Transylvania game they released last year. It was basically just a port of a mobile game.
Mm. The thing is, as well, as these kind of games that kind of can slide under the radar, they've got the characters on there. They
Yeah, they barely have any trailers.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be, if this did like a 6 or a 7 out of 10, that I would think would be quite good. It could play, but it's not going to pull in the hardcore gamers. It's not going to be on their radar. It's just going to slide in, and I don't think there's anything wrong with making games for kids. And will it keep me entertained? I'll try it out. I will definitely give it a go, but yeah, it's that kind of thing of, yeah, it's not for me, and that's not a bad thing.
Yeah, no
I'm just
doubt.
really glad that kids have got something to get their teeth into, something, that's a little bit different. And we haven't really seen this back, and I'm glad they're doing it. Disney have completely left this whole
Yeah.
era empty. They haven't done anything. And I'm also glad that this Ice Age game isn't connected to a movie. It's completely separate, and that's always, I think, a better option for games.
Yeah, it does help that there's a little bit of resurgence of kids titles going on, because there's also the remake of the SpongeBob Belfort Bikini Bottom game coming out next year. So we're seeing more and more of these like kids games that we used to see in like the early 2000s make a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, there used to be loads of them. There was always tons of games, and some of them were good, some of them weren't. A lot of them weren't, and the gamers kind of moved away from them. But then these kind of games as well, not only do they get that push when they first come out, if they get put onto Game Pass, if they get put on Games with Go, PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Now, anything like that, they're getting revenue continually coming in after that as well.
Yeah,
There's a long life. This game could be pulling in money for a long time. It's not full of microtransactions, and I'm expecting it not to cost a huge amount.
wasn't there some more Disney games that were added on the Plus recently, or the past thingy that you're talking about, like Robinsons?
Yeah, Meet the Robinsons was added. Glitch is going to be coming onto Xbox Games with Gold in the second half of July 2019. So if you're an Xbox going to go to get a free Disney, they've been doing that a lot. They just keep chucking them on there. They're all very old. They've been kind of doing one a month or one every 2 months. Disney seems to have, it's the only thing that really at the minute, if you're a kids player, that's all you've got is old Xbox games, because there's just nothing. I mean, we had Toy Story 4, nothing. I mean, we all
Just a
thought
mobile game, that's it.
yeah, and even that was like a match free to win.
Even a Lego game would have been welcomed.
Yeah, it's just a shame. I am wondering, this is kind of like the last ditch of maybe what we're going to see of what Disney are going to continue to do, what they're doing with their own stuff with Fox. I think this is just one of those things that managed to slide through before Disney purchased it. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we'll find out a little bit more close to time, because it's not that far off. I mean, autumn, we're going into July kind of now-ish, and then we're going to be, autumn starts in September. So we are literally 2 to 3 months away. So hopefully we'll find out soon. But let us know in the comments below if you are interested in this new Ice Age video game.